Hey everyone, welcome back to the Living in Maryland channel where we discuss all things living here in the great state of Maryland. And today we are doing a real estate market update for here in Central Maryland. Wanted to discuss kind of what I'm seeing since the beginning of the new year. We're sitting here in the middle of February. Just wanted to let you know my thoughts and kind of what I'm seeing out there in the real estate market, working with buyers and sellers. So the long and short of it is, if I had to kind of sum it up pretty quickly here, is things are getting competitive again. I wasn't sure if we were going to see that, especially this early, or when we would see that, or if at all. But I have noticed ever since I'd say about mid-January, it's been pretty apparent that things have really started to get competitive again. So I've had a lot of buyers out the last few weeks, and we've been, on average, if I had to kind of average it up, it's probably about anywhere from 4 to 6 offers on a lot of these new to the market homes. So now we are still seeing some homes, sit, anywhere from 15, 30, 45 days. But a lot of these, well-priced homes, these homes that are coming new to the market, if they're priced right for the condition that they are in, we are seeing those multiple offers again. So I wanted to prepare people for this. Don't know how long this is going to last. Don't know, it's hard to know exactly what's going to happen moving forward in the future, but this is something that we are starting to see, really prevalent in the marketplace right now here in Central Maryland. So when it comes to interest rates are still hovering around 7%. We're seeing as of today, now interest rates are moving all throughout the day, every day. They're tied to the bond market, specifically mortgage-backed security purchases. So keep an eye on that. If you're going to be active in the marketplace, just knowing that interest rates are changing on a daily basis is something that can be helpful to know, especially as you approach starting to submit offers and looking at lock-in interest rates. So, but when it comes to a 30-year average national rate right now for a conventional mortgage, we are looking at right around 7.05%. So we can call that 7%. It's kind of the national average right now. We are looking at government loans, which is FHA, VA, right around 6.5%. So you don't really know why the government loans are a little more affordable, probably because they're fully federally insured versus conventional is a little more privatized. If I had to kind of guess as to why that is. So you got your government rates right around there. Now, I know it increases the payment significantly, but I have seen some more buyers considering 15-year mortgage options right now. And I've been seeing on average, compared to a 30-year, it drops that rate about 0.75%, almost a full point on the interest rate if you consider a 15-year versus a 30-year. So if you've got some flexibility in your monthly payment, if that's something that potentially you can handle, looking at a 15-year could be something to seriously consider right now as we continue to stay in this higher interest rate environment. All right, next, just wanted to go over a few bullet points of the most recent data that we have from Maryland Association of Realtors, kind of painting the picture for us as far as what's going on in our marketplace. So we are seeing average home sale prices from 12 months ago, year over year, up right now about 7.5%, and the median home sale price is up about 6.4%. So we're continuing to see home prices increase, which makes sense with this continued continued shortage of housing, and then also continued competition. I know I had mentioned it was slowing down there for a while. Prices never really fully took a dip at that point, just because there was still a significant lack of homes, and even the homes right now that are still sitting on the market, it seems that a lot of sellers are, they're just not going for the significant lowball offers and stuff like that. They're willing to take that extra time to maybe get that offer they want, or maybe they're coming off the market altogether. So when it comes to home prices, there still is that pressure on home prices, just because even the homes that are sitting on the market longer, there's still that lack of inventory, which is still creating that little bit of upward pressure on pricing. So when it comes to pricing, we're still, based on the data that we are getting from Maryland Association of Realtors, we are seeing an uptick on values still currently. So when it comes to levels of inventory, as mentioned earlier, we continue to see that be low. So we are looking at 1.6 months of inventory versus 12 months ago, 1.9 months of inventory. Now, when it comes to months of inventory, that is how we gauge supply within the marketplace. So anything under 3 months of inventory historically is a seller's market. So we still remain in a seller's market, meaning there are many, I don't know if many more, but there are more willing and able buyers than willing and able sellers, which is going to continue to, if you're seeing competition, that's why. If you're seeing prices up and wondering why they're still so up, that's why as well. So when it comes to supply, still kind of a tightness and a kind of a pinch on supply. So we'll see as we continue to move into spring, as we move through 2025, what happens with supply. I'll keep you guys updated on that. As always, if you ever have any real estate questions, if you are wondering whether buying or selling a home here in the great state of Maryland is the right move for you, or wondering if it's the right move for you, feel free to reach out however you are most comfortable. Would love to have a real estate conversation with you and see how we can help. Next is median days on market. This is always something I like to look at and kind of gauge as we continue to move through and as we continue to approach our spring market. We're looking at right now a median days on market of 17 days. So, again, I had mentioned we're seeing a lot more competition. So there's a lot of homes that are new to the market. If they are priced right, if they are for the condition that they are in, we're seeing 3, 4, 5 plus offers on those homes within. Usually they're going to go active on a Thursday or Friday, and then they are reviewing offers Sunday night or Monday. So you're going to see a lot of those homes off the market within 3, 4, 5 days. And then if you, of course, we're seeing homes longer than that, but right now the median is about a little over 2 weeks. So if you're kind of wondering what that's going to look like if you're a buyer stepping into the marketplace, or if you're a seller wondering how long you're going to be on the market, again, pricing is everything. This is something that buyers are starting to take much more seriously. We buyers always did, but it just seems like right now with the interest rates, with overall just affordability being so elevated compared to what it once was, pricing is just a major factor. So if you're a seller, that's a huge thing. If you're a buyer, doing due diligence on pricing, even going into showings a lot of times can be very helpful, because if you look at a list price as a buyer, it's just coming on the market at 500. And then maybe it goes pending for 550. If they're underpricing it, it's hard to know without doing a little bit of research on that property what the true market value is. So the list price a lot of times right now is you still want to be careful on that list price, not taking it too seriously, because if that market is underpriced for what the actual market value is, you could very well see that property shoot up if you're a buyer. So kind of keeping that in mind. But on average right now, we're seeing about 2 weeks. As far as the median days on market for homes coming onto the market. And when it comes to new listings, we have seen a decrease from 12 months ago of 18%. So again, and then active inventory, a decrease of 13%. So continuing to kind of see those numbers reflect, low inventory, just lesser and lesser supply, which is going to seemingly continue to lead to competition, to less options if you're a buyer. So maybe a home doesn't sell right away, but again, there's just those not as many options as a buyer would typically want to see, so again, just continued suppression when it comes to homes on the market, leading to this level of competition, leading to less options for buyers. So again, if you ever have any real estate questions, wondering what's going on in our Central Maryland market, feel free to reach out however you are most comfortable, and we will see you at the next video.